How do you tell people hello without being cringy?
Hello everybody, welcome to the Yarn Journal. This is a video where I share with you some tips, inspiration, what's on my hook, and we talk a little bit about mental health because that is very, very important. Without further ado, let's dive in. I have been on Christmas mode for the last couple weeks. Why? Because this year I told myself I will think ahead and I will get all my stuff done with enough time. I found this, well actually my mom sent me this. Shout out mother. And holy guacamole, it is so cute. So essentially this is coasters of different Christmas little characters. So we've got little Santa Claus, little Grinch with a hat, little reindeer, little snowman. Oh my gosh. It takes a whole other level of perfection to be able to do these beautiful tiny little things. Her name is Carol and her Instagram is Cininha. I think that's how you say it in Portuguese. She's got a website where you can purchase this and a lot of other of her agurumumi designs. Stunning. Genuinely, like this takes so much attention to detail, and just to be able to make these shapes. She's got all sorts of little characters. She made some for the movie Inside Out. She's got Anxiety. Hello, best friend. She's really, really good. This week, I actually want to talk about journaling because it's something that I am terrible at. My issue with journaling is the feeling of like you have this book and you have to write on it from beginning to end. And if you miss a day, you kind of missed. I don't know. There's something about missing the one day and then retaking it that just completely makes me spiral. Very dramatic, but it's just how I feel. So instead, when I feel very mentally overwhelmed, what I've tried in the past is just writing things down just to write them down. There's no expectation of writing tomorrow. There is nothing. It's just a matter of unloading your thoughts onto a piece of paper that you can literally tear down, throw it away. And that is just like a really nice feeling of like all of that stuff is up there. Cool. I can't just think those thoughts away. So let me write them down, read them, take and leave whatever doesn't serve me. Like are a lot of things that are roaming in my head that only when I see them on a piece of paper, it's like, okay, well, that's useless at the moment. So I'm just going to get rid of that. And then by just tearing the paper or throwing it in the garbage, it's just kind of that physical representation of letting go. Write it down, tear it up, throw it away. And genuinely, it's a really nice to let go of a lot of stuff that you didn't realize was on your mind. And it kind of just makes you feel just a tiny bit lighter after. This is something that has helped me in the past, so it might help you as well. Wait, sorry, I never actually introduced my background. Look how pretty, you guys. My fiance built me this little thing in the back. Can't show it. I can't talk and show you all, so let me just move out of the way. There it is. It's stunning. It's probably going to change with the weeks or with whatever I'm making. I'll be moving things around, but it features a few of the things I've made. Love it. Okay. Stitch of the week is something I'm really excited about. This is actually a motif, and it's the Moorish medallion. It reminds me of fairy wings. It's so pretty, and the reason why I wanted to feature it this week is because I've been using it as a coaster. So I did some renovations upstairs, and my new desk is just a piece of wood. And so when I bring my cup of coffee, could stain the wood, and I don't want that. I don't want to have to deal with like cleaning it and stuff. I went through my pile of motifs and swatches that I have, and this one stood out the most. And so I've been using it as a coaster. It's a very unique shape, so it's a very unique coaster. I kind of want to make just sets of these. Like I want to make 4 or 6 of these and use them in my home. Definitely want to use a darker yarn if you're going to be using it as coasters because it's gonna get dirty, or you want to make sure that your yarn is easy to clean. The shape is so stunning. It is worked with groups of like double crochets to create the wings, and then around it you get this beautiful outline that's made with chains and picot stitches. The picot stitches add those little like dots, and I don't know if you can tell, but do you see these lines that come in front of the work here? Those are spiked single crochets. So that's another unique detail to this motif. Super beautiful and a great different looking coaster, which also would be an amazing holiday gift. This is actually hilarious, you guys, because this section is no longer what is on my hook. It is what is on my needles. Yes, I have gone insane and wanted to knit something. Will I succeed? Who knows? So far, I think I'm gonna have to undo it for the 6th time because it's looking big. I haven't had the patience to actually look into how to measure. I should probably just make a swatch to see how many stitches, blah, blah, blah. But I just kind of began right away following some YouTube tutorials, and it's looking a little bit wide. Let me show you. Okay. First things first, I got this mohair, and look how stunning. It is like a light pink. Very, very nice. I have knitting needles. I've knitted 2 things in the past, and I've been crocheting for 4 years. If I could keep count of how many things I've crocheted, it's probably in the thousands. And in terms of knitting, I've done 2 things. So I actually can't even show you this very well because I'm in the middle of the row and I am absolutely petrified and scared to let go of anything because then I will cry for hours. There we go. Okay, this is where I'm at. So so this is what I have. If you're a crocheter who knows how to knit, first of all, you are just my inspiration. I wish I could just do both so easily. And I know that with time I'll get there with knitting. I just don't have the patience. But this is turning out, I want to say decently. Like the actual stitches themselves are not bad. It's just, I think the actual piece is going to be too wide. So I'm going to have to undo it and then redo it again. Right now it looks like a sausage. But hopefully in probably a couple of weeks, maybe even longer because it's harder than I thought, it'll be a little vest. So my inspiration is this cute little vest that I found by Well Loved Knits on YouTube. Totally a knitter. And so I'm kind of pulling from her video, but also more like in-depth beginner knitting videos to kind of get the hang of things. It inspired me first off because it's made with mohair. I love the little detail at the top of a different color. If this turns out to be anything, I want it to be pink at the front, red in the back, and then maybe the contrasting color for the neck. I like it because it seems quite simple. Like I'm just going to create 2 squares and then sew them together. Will it be perfect? Absolutely not. But I'm okay with that. I do definitely, like the last 2 times that I knitted, I ended up liking it. Like there is something about the like, that just feels nice. So that's what's on my hook. I am nervous. And I'll probably be quite stressed, to be honest, when I work on it. Any questions you have for me, feel free to leave them down below. This is a space for you. So I would love to hear what it is that you want to see next. If you have any questions, any tips for me, or for anybody else watching these videos. I'm noticing that our community is growing, which is so fun. And I see on my comments, especially on Instagram, a lot of people kind of giving each other advice. Like anybody asks a question and then someone else answers it. And I love that. I love that there are so many awesome people out there wanting to help one another when it comes to crochet. So if you have any sort of tips or any sort of inspiration for other people, leave it in the comments below. Thanks so much for watching and see you next week.